It is a video game. I did the one mirror dungeon I needed to do to unlock this off camera this morning. Because I wanted it.
이봐.
Hey Riki, hey Multi,
어떻게
how
자신
are
있어?
you? Hey Fabio, how are you as well? Hi. I want to finish all of chapter 3 today, and then I want to do mirror dungeons with the time we have left. I might.
잠시
Shut up,
자리를
Greg.
비우셨군요. 대기하겠습니다.
Is there a way to turn this off? Because I would like that. But yeah, this is a Zayn ego, and no, God, that sucks. This makes Greg very, very good. It is a very powerful ego, and I should uptie it if I can. Oh, it only costs 20. It costs more when it's a higher tier ego. I guess that makes sense. You can uptie ego? Yeah. Yeah, you can. I just wanted it at level 2. I know it's best at level 3, but... Alright. Before I do anything else, what the heck does maggots do? At the end of the turn, take gluttony damage by the count, increase bleed count by 1, then reduce this effect's count. It really doesn't matter. That effect is so useless. But yeah, today is the dungeon day. People were saying this is going to be really long. I don't really believe that, but we're going in. If I could level up everybody else, I absolutely would, but I can't. I don't know, I might need a backup. Let me level this guy up, I guess. I can't? Pardon? Oh, that's not the same thing. That'll only get him up to 25, which is alright. It's gonna be long because of cutscenes? That makes sense. Nah, I don't care. We'll just go in, and if we lose, we'll just go in again. That's how this works, right?
준비는 끝났습니다. 명령 대기.
Okay, how is everybody doing today? Hopefully well. The branch facility we entered was not as well preserved as the one we had visited in District 4. It seems N-Corp's Inquisitors have been using this place as their base for a while. Various torture devices and bits of flesh and machinery like those we saw in town came into my sight.
이제 제발 그만해. 너무 고통스러워서.
이제가 고통을 논하는군.
I brought the wrong dudes mad.
필시 거짓 아픔일 것이다. 신경 쓸 것 없다.
아니야. 정말 아파. 아프다고요.
불순물을 몸에 붙일 때는 아프지 않았는가? 인간이기를 그만두는데 마음이 소리치진 않았는가?
I hate these guys, by the way.
그만. 이자가 참회를 하기엔 이미 늦었다. 보아라. 눈물도 흘리지 않지 않는가. 거짓 고해라는 것이다.
아니야. 눈물 흘릴 수 있어. 그러니까 제발.
확인하지 않을 필요까지는 없지 않겠는가?
물론 거짓 없는 울음은 인간성을 의미할 테니.
감사합니다. 정말 감사합니다.
자, 그대의 눈을 들추어 보겠다.
눈물샘마저도 추악한 불순물로 몸에 붙인다고 하니 직접 보지 않으면 신뢰할 수 없다. 그대의 눈을 뽑아 그 자리에 살이 들어차 있다면 내보내주도록 하지.
뭐? 안 돼. 안 돼.
Rodeo. Good.
이단은 벌레와도 같군. 홀로 자리하지 않고 끊임없이 대업을 방해하는 것이 아주 흡사하도다.
Rhodia shrugged when I looked back.
왜? 이번엔 나도 한번 나서보고 싶었어.
Fair, and I don't blame you. Absolutely deserved, I'd say. Okay. Oh, that's abnormalities. Okay. We do... God, this dungeon has got me a little worried, honestly, because it's a dungeon. We don't do the abnormality fights. If we can avoid it. I guess they're not that bad, but whatever. The Inquisitors have transformed this branch facility into a torture chamber for prosthesis users, committing blood-curdling murders. The townsfolk were powerless against such torment.
이게
Good.
옳은 선택일까?
I like that. If I sound a little bit less enthusiastic today, I was up until 3 in the morning playing Mario Kart.
교전 시작합니다.
It was a very fun night of Mario Kart, but it took a while. Is all I'm gonna say. We do the
머리통
big maraca.
박살내주마.
Mario. It was fun. We got to figure out how to make the game hard if all players on that team against all CPUs. And it took a lot of experimentation to get to that point.
너무 쉽잖아.
Hey, Care. Good afternoon. I got to try...
뭐야? 그새 제법 싸우는 폼이 발전했는데요.
Oh no, not the other one. I got to try pierogi for lunch, and I really didn't like it. And Care was not happy to hear those words. A faint voice calls to us from the corner.
소드씨.
Saud was resting against the wall, exhausted. She was covered in bites and gnawings left by the Pecatula. Heresy? No, it's not.
괜찮으세요? 일어설 수 있으시겠어요?
Saud could barely talk, let alone stand on her feet. She slowly began to speak, each word filled with pain.
에피는 어떻게 살아있죠? 밖에서 만났죠?
Everyone is hesitant to answer Saud's desperate question. How could any of us inform her of the morbid state Effie was in and how we had to put him out of his misery?
네, 살아있어요.
Honglu answered quietly. No sinner came forward to elaborate.
잡담은 그만하지. 또 그 이상한 것들이 기어오는 듯하니.
I don't. People are like telling me what to do. I don't care. I'm bringing whatever I want. A swarm of Pecatula approached us. It was as though our guilt about lying to her had gained physical form. Oh, there's a special event up there. I mean, that's always dangerous. But... Oh, I see. We met a dying Saud next to the entrance. No one could truthfully answer her desperate question about Effie's status. The team has been doing
끝났습니다.
okay so
명령
far,
대기.
so I am not going to worry about it. Anything can be gotten through with enough persistence. Oh, these aren't even hard enemies! Why is everybody saying this game's hard? Look at how high this attack rolls. 723. Good lord. That just kills if it lands. I mean... It really sucks that I have to redirect everything because I'm too fast.
지금은 두렵지 않아요.
Alright, there's a 29. Okay. Yeah, I think LCR Faust might be a little good. It's just a
죽음으로
hunch.
참여하라.
Oh, she took 1 damage. That's not good. Oh, you think? Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided.
다음에는 머리다. 너무 쉽잖아.
Look, I have Legerdemain now, okay? It's fine. Oh, no matter what, I have to go into another one anyways. That's fine. There's a machine in this dilapidated room. A long, bulky lever is at the center of the machine, adorned with springs. The urge to pull it is growing stronger and stronger. What will you do? Oh, I hate that. Alright, leaving the room. You're not a child anymore. You can resist simple impulses like this. It's never a good idea to fall for temptation without a second thought. Yeah, good thinking. You and the sinners left the room. I would rather not have a negative effect this early on into the dungeon, personally. Coward. Nah. Even after several battles, Guido still pursued us with a terrifying persistence. We stopped him at last, and leaving Saud behind, we proceeded to the next area. Everything was a terrible mess, and nobody had the energy for words. It's a gacha you must pull. No. You see a large gate in the distance. There's something eerie about the pointed fences and stone walls. It looks to be the only way through this area, but it's guarded by a large number of Inquisitors. Is there anything we can do about them? Run a lust check, then begin a combat encounter. Run a pride check, then begin a combat encounter. Pass a buff to buff all allies and reduce the number of waves by 1. Has to reduce the number of waves by 2. This is for the next fight. Strike them from behind. That is not good odds. The forest is dense, but there are still gaps within it. If we tread carefully, we might be able to strike the Inquisitors from behind. It'd give us a considerable advantage in the upcoming battle. Threshold of 10. Well, this is my best odds. I have no pride, apparently. Okay, we're good. Mirsalt slowly walked into the woods. Soon enough, a few Inquisitors fell to the ground. Heretics! The heretics are here! Though we couldn't take them all down at once, it was enough to break their formation. We'll be able to pass through once we take the rest down. Enemy waves reduced by 1 for the next battle. At the start of the next battle, all ally units gain 3 attack power up? Wait, why? Win the next battle, gain eager gift a sign.
쥐는 자께서 성공을 명하셨으므로.
Okay, that was very easy.
준비는 끝났습니다. 명령 대기.
So this is only going to be 1 wave then, because I killed all of them first. No, that's still 2 waves. Okay. Why do I have 2 unopposed attack? Oh, because one of them is counter.
머리통을 박살내주마.
Hey, Adrelian, how are you? Oh, the other one was reduced wave by 2. Never mind. The attack power is probably better anyways. That guy died. Unsurprisingly.
표적 확인.
Yeah, get him, Sinclair. This is why we have Sinclair in the party. He's just very nice.
참여하게 되리라.
It's very slow though. Guy turned into meat
표적
jam.
무력화.
My favorite kind, honestly.
표적 완전 무력화. 두렵진 않네요.
Okay, those are big guys. That's okay. There we go.
참여하게 되리라.
Easy enough. No, Faust, please don't. She is the one person I really need not to fail clashes, because she will just die. Whatever. Sinclair and his ass-kicking outfit. Your party doesn't have Sinclair, then what are you doing with your life? Who uses Blade Lineage Sinclair anyway? I don't have him, so definitely not me. Green? Wait, triple sloth.
지금은 두렵지 않아요.
Shake. He's just gonna beat that guy to
너무
death.
쉽잖아.
Terrible take. I haven't even looked at Blade Lineage Sinclair, so I wouldn't know what he does anyways. I could. I'm not interested at the moment because I'm fighting guys. But, I don't know. The Mariachi
완전
Sinclair is
무력화.
just very, very good. If you looked at base Sinclair, you've seen best Sinclair. That's probably true, yeah. I'm just using... I don't like using the default outfits, which is why Don is never going to be in the team. I heard that familiar yet ominous sound of a nail being dragged across the floor from not too far away.
관리자님, 앞으로는 확인 사살을 기본 전투 계획에 넣는 것이 어떠신지 건의드립니다.
Yeah, that might be smart. The thought of his return makes with what hair I have stand on end.
이단은 말살되어야 한다.
Why does he keep coming back? How long have you been... Guido approaches at a slower gait than before, but his gaze is firmly fixed on me.
그리고 나머지는 정화한다.
I needed to rewind the clock. Most of the sinners were either dead or gravely injured. Now that is just a lie. There was no way an effectively non-competent manager and someone barely holding on to her life could take him.
멈추세요.
Just then, Saud pulled out a gun. She pointed the barrel at me.
움직이지 마시길 바랍니다.
K-Court bullet.
그 시계를 돌리는 순간 제 총이 그대로
Wait, no, what?
머리를 꿰뚫어 버릴
Wait.
거예요.
Saud?
그렇게 쳐다봐도 저한텐 안 들려요. 당신을 없애는데 협조하면 에피는 살려서 보내준다고 했어요.
Oh.
시간을 지나치게 오래 끌었다.
Guido comes to me and grabs me by the neck. What neck? Then he grips my head tightly with his other hand as if to crush it. Creaks, cracks, and rattles ring inside my head. His fingers being inches away from shattering my head terrifies me. Is this it? Is this how I die? Could this have turned out differently if I was a better manager? I remember Heathcliff menacingly asked if there was a way to open up my head so he could see what's inside. Tough luck, Heathcliff. You'll be missing out on a good show. I heard a sound. It was the sound of something breaking. Fortunately for me, it didn't come from my head. He's still going. Guido staggers. A nail was lodged in his back, and Sinclair was gasping for air behind him. He was nearly unconscious, lying still until moments ago. It's a miracle that he managed to get up and do this. I could escape Guido's grasp thanks to him. But Guido stood firm despite Sinclair's desperate attack. He collected his breath and slowly turned around.
그렇군. 그대 또한 이단이라는 것이군.
너희들 다 미쳤어. 제정신이 아니야.
지능자께서 말씀하셨지. 그대도 또한 지능자일 수 있었다고. 그러나 쉬는 방향이 잘못되었군.
Sinclair, run away. I can't help you.
아니요. 이제 안 도망쳐요.
좋은 대답이네요, 싱클레어 씨.
Gunfire filled my ears. But the bullet struck Guido's head.
스스로 멸망에 이르는 자들이여, 망치는 계속해서 그대들을 쫓을 것이니.
With those words, Tomari's dead, by the way. Virgil killed him in Leviathan. Guido fell to the floor, motionless. Then in that hush, I heard her handgun drop to the floor. Sound.
에피는 역시 죽었죠.
Go read it again.
당신들은 허술해요. 거짓말을 하려면 좀 그럴듯한 표정이라도 짓던가요.
수호대 씨, 얼른 나가자고. 지혈 좀 하고 그러면은 괜찮을 거야.
맞아요. 제가 지혈대를 챙겨...
무슨 말을 하는 거예요? 제대로 움직이기도 힘든데. 더군다나 저 신문관들은 계속 올 텐데요. 당신들은 계속 내려가야 하잖아요. 제가 여길 맡을 겁니다.
어떻게 그래요?
제대로 움직이기도 힘들다면서요. 그래서는 어떻게 뒤를 맡기겠어요? 네?
저기... 이럴 땐 그냥 고개 끄덕이고 잽싸게 넘어가면 되는 거랍니다. 격 떨어지게 남은 사람 걱정을 왜 하는 거예요?
그치만
아... 이거 진짜 구질구질한 장면인 거 알아요? 기껏 멋있는 구도가 잡혔잖아요. 파우스트, 얼른 이 멍청이들 데리고 가줘요.
베르길리우스 씨한테는 안부 전해드리죠.
안부는 무슨... 인사나 한번 와달라고 해주세요. 무슨 뜻인지 알죠?
네.
Yeah, you should have had them. You were a mod. We headed to the next area, leaving Saud to die. We all stayed silent for a long while. Sinclair's determination to stand up to Cromer after 3 strokes have been drawn. Okay. So this ego gift just makes it so that Sinclair doesn't get freaked out when Cromer whistles, then. Got it. Which way do I want to go? I don't really want to do the hard fight, if I can avoid it. Oh, this is longer than I thought it was. Oh, this is a lot longer than I thought it was. That's a lot of rooms. Sorry, I've got a bit of a cough, too. I think I'm coming down with a thing. I don't know what, though. I'd go to the event. That's what I was thinking, honestly. I hear the sounds of something scuttling along the floor. I wonder what it might be, but part of me doesn't want to find out. A steel door rests on one side of the room. It looks too thick to be easily broken or breached with force. There's gotta be something totally valuable through here if it's guarded this tight. The sinner might be right. Treasure might be waiting behind the door. What should you do? A wrath check or a sloth check to open a new map, part of the map. Oh, this is gonna be an actual maze. I have better sloth on this team, I think. I was wrong. There's got to be some way through other than brute force. Perhaps a thorough look around could reveal something. It's not good odds. But it's the same odds for you, so, I guess. I don't think they'll die just from failing to open a door. Okay. Faust looked around the door. After tinkering with something on the wall, Faust let out a triumphant grunt. Huh? The door was open. Apparently, there was a protruding brick next to the door. Faust explained that sliding it back into place got the door to open, and proceeded through. There was a hidden path behind the door. The selected identity healed for 20 sanity. She was already at basically full sanity.
준비되었다면
But okay.
쉽죠.
So that opens the old warehouse, which I guess is going to have some form of reward in it if I go that way. So I'll go that way.
잘 되었으면 좋겠네요.
You are weak, go for a hard fight. Pathetic. No. I don't need to do that. It's a dungeon. I need to be conservative of my abilities. Oh, these things! I fought so many of these things inside the mirror dungeons. They're really not that big of a deal. Hold on, what damage type is this? Pierce?
어떤 실수를 했나요?
Pierce is normal. Yeah, honestly, that is insanely good. I cleared all of it. It was a huge waste of time. Well, the entire dungeon is probably a waste of time, but I'm still gonna do the stuff that I find. There's nothing wrong with that. Also, these guys are annoying because they have a ton of defense. We're gonna mostly target the top one because it has less health. Or less defense, rather.
머리통을 박살내주마.
Oh no, I am. Most of the dungeon's gonna be a waste of time because you don't get to keep stuff outside of it. Is what I figure. Because this game doesn't work like that. Unless there's lunacy to be gathered in the dungeon, which I really doubt, then there's really no reason to do the whole thing, but I'm still gonna explore new stuff if I can.
확인
Because
사살.
that's just how I play video games. Up. Oh, it staggered him? That's not bad. That's annoying, but he has no defense. So, have I missed the Swedish currency? No, I just started the dungeon. Good God. Yeah, Faust is a bit overpowered, maybe. Okay, so I don't... Actually, I have to read this. Not fond of writing, but I can't disobey orders. Just don't come complaining at me. I can't write anything fancy-pleasing to read. First off, these buggers look disgusting. Weird clay-like things are all over their arms and legs, and they've got sodding eyes on them, too. There's also a sharp blade thing. Couldn't tell if it's a protruding bone or a dry slab of that clay. I guess that's what it used to prod around, huh? Oh, right. We've got a bug guy on our side, don't we? Looks kind of like his arm. Maybe he's got more to tell you. I don't know where to start. I don't necessarily love my arm, but don't you think comparing it to that clay monster is going too far? Got a problem? Say it to my face. Heathcliff, please refrain from causing trouble. Also, profanities have no place in observation logs. You're forcing me to write all this rubbish, and then I can't even write however I like? Get someone else then. The white-haired lass keeps bugging me, but I'm writing this my way. These buggers spat on me mood enough to in the fight today. Those goggling eyeballs. Right, those things weren't actually clay. Muscles. That's gotta be it. Muscles. Ripping one of those gave me the same feeling as tearing up an unlucky sod. Seeming like those bundles of muscles sticking to the limbs where what's moving the body, acting like the whole thing belongs to him. The eyes on the face never flinched, only the ones on the arms. Made it a bit tricky to fight him. I'm supposed to guess where it'll go based on where it's looking, but that eye thing kept throwing me off. Well, I don't mind taking a hit too much if I can scalp them 3 times in return. Another thing, those things looked like they had feelings. Their muscles quivered each time I hit them. Squinted their eyes too, like it was getting mad. Some claddy fruitcake they are. What does a CF taste like? Is it artistic? You piqued my interest. That's just a common Backstreet's phrase, meaning something absurd. I know, JK. Normally, things like these grow back right as we break them, but those muscle lumps don't seem too good at that. I doggedly bashed the big chunk of muscles stuck into an arm, and I managed to crush it fine. It didn't stop it from trying to hit me, though. It didn't threaten me as much, but that didn't mean not much at all. Right, I think it no longer did the thing where it gets right fuming and grabs one of us to tear him off. Yeah, it only makes sense. Can't do the stabbing if that big knife's broken. True. A little worried to actually attack it like this, because I know how this counter works. Hang on. I can do this, I just need a really weak attack. And that's what this is for, okay. Because that will make it so that this gets copied. That is not how that works. Now that I think about it. It's the first hit that lands against him, isn't it? So I've got to do that instead. Ishmael's still fine.
정화!
See, he doesn't get the absurd buffs from it, so it's still okay to hit him with it. There. Now the fight's done. Those guys are a little I didn't kill him. That'll be fine, probably, right? Yeah, he's just using eerie eyes. It doesn't do anything. There, he's done. Everybody else can just hit the other one.
교전 시작합니다.
Convert energy to boxes, 200-ish boxes. What? You mean like Enkephalin boxes? I didn't actually read their name, so... Wait, why does it have so much more health now? What happened? Does it gain health from recovering from stagger? What? It's just called Proceeding Inquisitor. That's annoying, but like... we'll be fine, I think.
정화!
Oh yeah, he's very dead. Okay. Yeah? Okay. It was named Everything There of an Inquisitor. Arma's less HP than total HP. Yeah, I know, but I thought I'd kill it. Used in certain events expires on use. It's an old warehouse's key. Well, that's what this is for. I can hear the sound of something scuttling. Yeah, I already said. Dozens of old broken crates littered the floor. Yuck, cobwebs. Clearing the things away, you found 3 particularly large crates buried underneath. These are all locked. Looks like the keyholes have the same shape. Alas, the key is of a soft constitution. It won't be feasible to use it again once it has been inserted into a lock. Sounds like you get only one try. Which one should you open? Ego gift that boosts defense. That's useless. Ego gift that boosts bleed attacks is alright. Oh, but it's only 50% chance. I'll just take the defense then. This is... The crate contained a worn helm. Oh ho, 'tis the proper equipment of a knight, is it not? One sinner excitedly rubs the helm clean. Not a bad haul, all things considered. We carried the helm, and our sinner infatuated by it, and left the room. Ego gift expired! Exclamation point. Top helm earned. Defense skill power +1. That's not really great, but it's... No, that's just bad, isn't it? Like, I'm pretty sure. It was done, yeah. Fighting off corroded Inquisitors, we made our way for the Golden Bow. I haven't fought that many, but okay.
이단에게 철의 단죄를.
There are already multiple aberrations of Fairy Festival, so I don't know why we can't have multiple aberrations of other abnormalities. Both of these are dominating. I don't actually know which one, this one would be better for now. Struggling! God dang it.
교전 시작합니다.
Always one. There's always one.
표적 무력화.
Dead. Yeah, that Ishmael is very strong. I don't know if I really like it because it's a tremor thing, and tremor is really awkward to trigger in this, but...
머리다.
지금은 두렵지 않아요.
Pink shoes are basically a red shoe aberration in Penitence. No, it's just pink shoe. It's just red shoes.
이단이 휘청거리는군. 죽음으로
They don't
참여하라.
crossbreed. That's not how abnormalities work. I didn't do very much. That's fine.
표적 확인. 표적 완전 무력화.
무가치 않은 저항일 뿐이다. 이단을 정화했다.
Just notice... Hang on, I wanted to... Just notice the new Mersault ID. He is looking like Bane. No, it's not a reference to Bane. It's just because that's where the... Oh, I know what that is. I don't like the look of that. I mean, Torture Chamber, I can go up to the chapel and heal afterwards. So even if it does a lot of damage to me, then it's not that big of a deal. The Uncorp Inquisitors were busy torturing someone. A filtered scream fills the cramped room. Their victims are people with prosthetic bodies. Sinclair didn't utter a word, but his eyes full of wrath and fear were fixed on the torturers. He breathed heavily at irregular intervals, his body shaking. He looks like he might charge forth at any second. Do you stop him, or... Run a wrath check, then begin a combat encounter. Use Sinclair for the check to gain a sign, a pass to weaken all enemies. I already have that, though. I'm gonna do it, but we may not be valiant knights. Yet, even casting morals aside, will have to fight them to move on. You really mean it. When you explain your plan to Sinclair, he looks back at you with surprise. I did read it. I thought you would stop me. He spoke anxiously, but he seemed nevertheless happy with the decision. Got it. I'll do it. Sinclair sprinted to where the Inquisitors were alongside the other sinners. Sinclair heals. Don Quixote heals for some reason. Okay. I guess because it's just a heroic action. The heretics have appeared. I don't have good odds here. As the sinners approach, the Inquisitors cast their victims aside to charge at us. You bastards. Sinclair stood against them at the forefront, but with that hammer might be too big for Sinclair's weapon to stop. Should Sinclair really deal with it, or should you order another sinner to repel the attack? I mean, Sinclair has a 50-50 shot of just being able to beat it. Actually don't know the odds for Rhodius. I think Rhodius is better odds in this. He has more than 50. No, because tails is 12 and heads is 23. Well, there's nothing in the game that tells you that SP makes coin flips more likely. There is? Well, I didn't read it then. After all, this is his fight first and foremost. Sinclair locked his halberd against the handle of the hammer and parried it to the side. With their leader's attack thwarted, the Inquisitors were thrown into disarray. We'll be able to keep the flow of the battle in our favor by taking the lead now. Yeah, reading isn't real. All enemies are inflicted with 5 attack power down. Yo, sick.
생각보다 쉬웠어.
준비는 끝났습니다. 명령 대기.
Those mariachis does emotional and physical damage? Well, yeah. I told you, Sinclair is a good boy. He knows what he's doing. That is not 5 attack power down, game. But okay.
머리통을 박살내주마.
28! I really hate that the passive stacks. It's so ridiculous.
확인 사살.
다음에는 머리다.
I mean, that was alright. That wasn't the best turn ever.
지금은 두렵지 않아요.
But it's still alright. God, every time I hear Mersault use that attack, I think he just loses his clashes because it's the same sound effects.
머리다.
표적 무력화.
No, I've not been watching videos because I want to not be spoiled on this game. You know?
지금은 두렵지 않아요.
Except for like chapter 1. I don't know, I don't really have a lot of fun watching Limbus, if I'll be honest with you. It's fun to play. Well, it's fun to play when I win. It's fun to play, but I don't really... Watching it's just kind of whatever. You know?
교전 시작합니다.
So that's why you're never there? I was there when you were still at the start. I had to leave because I had to stream.
완전 무력화.
죽음으로 참여하라.
Also, I wasn't... the real answer was I was never there because I knew everybody else was ahead of me. So I didn't want to watch stuff that was going to happen in the future. I wasn't watching Scorp play it either. After 3 strokes have been drawn. Okay, fair enough. Free heal. Oh, I should have read that. Oh well. Alright, boss time. You can not go to this heal. I just noticed, if you really want to not. I can hear the sound. It's the same message on every single one of them. Alright, first actual Abno fight.
어디서 짐승이 기어다니는 소리 들리지 않아?
Apparently I do, but I've never commented on it. There certainly is the sound of something moving along the floor.
저것들도
guys.
환상체인가?
자세히 봐요. 환상체가 아니에요. 인장이 박혀 있어요.
Ishmael whispered softly to us. Upon closer inspection, I could spot the emblems she mentioned. They were the ones worn by the Inquisitors.
에고 침식 현상이군요.
그 기분 나쁜 상태를 말하는 건가?
전투 중에 멘탈이 흔들릴 때 그랬던 것 같은데 마치 뭔가에 잡아먹히는 것 같다고 할까요?
Yeah, no, this fight isn't gonna be hard, chat.
우적우적 씹혀 먹히는 것과는 괴가 다르지만 본질을 좀 먹어 들어간다는 것을 생각하면 괜찮은 표현이네요.
I never had trouble with the Mirror Dungeon Tier 3 boss that was a bunch of these.
그리고 이 장소는 아까 층과는 다르게 의체들을 고문만 하는 장소가 아닌 것 같아요. 스스로 침식을 강행시키는 장소라는 말이 타당하겠군요.
That's a very strange method. Staring at those beings stumbled about. Watson! This sentence doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Staring at those beings stumbling about. It evoked complex feelings that made me sigh. Is my artificial head really worth raging over? So much so that they would transform themselves into something far more hideous than having a clock for a head. Choosing to lose themselves, being possessed. What about when they claim the golden bow after going to these lengths? Will it even be used for their benefit? Then it occurred to me. Am I really so different from those unsightly zealots? Yes. When I'm searching for the golden bow without even knowing what they'll be used for. My favorite sinner in the story so far is Rhodia, but Sinclair is definitely a good second. I also like Greg. Fitting how the only ones who have story segments are the ones I like the best. I mean... Alright, they're the actual big ones, got it. Okay. First off, story. There are far more appalling and fearsome things out there, but I need to make this clear. That looks horrifying. It may look like a wild animal from a distance, but as you get closer, the curiosity turns into disgust. Like the feeling you get from beings roaming around the outskirts. Bundles of muscle fibers protruded from its skin, covering its body with a coat of fur, and its ribs seemed to have flipped upside down and ripped through the back. Its arms, or should I say legs, definitely had the appearance of human limbs, but their movement wasn't. That's right, it was a beast. Dost thou speak the truth when you say creatures like that inhabit the outskirts? No, you won't find things like that. Well, I never. Then for what reason didst thou use such a description? There were worse things. Those things are too quick. Their reaction speed is clearly above the average human level. They've got wits, too. Rather than jumping in recklessly, they use the tactic of striking at the weakest target in the back lines before quickly running away. It happened in our last encounter with them, too. When you ordered a badly injured sinner to fall back, those things jumped at them to scratch open an artery, Watson, and ran off like the wind as if they understood what your command meant. I'm not sure how they reacted like that to some ticking noises. Oh, I guess it's possible that the distorted hear it differently. Even if they charge at us in large numbers, we should stay level-headed. A sinner or two might die in the process, but it's a necessary sacrifice. At least we can revive. I remember you going through a lot of trouble last time when you tried dealing with all of them at the same time and got us all killed. It's as if they grow stronger the more they're attacked. Ah, speaking of my death, it brings me back to the moment when those things chewed up my intestines. I think I died before I could feel the pain, but somehow, I felt as if I was falling through an endless pit of fire. It wasn't hot or searing, just being with the fire felt oddly natural. I guess it's a good thing I was brought back before I experienced more of that. My thanks go to the manager. Okay, so I know how these actually work. When you hit them, they gain a stack of rage or whatever, and once they get up to 4 or 5 rage or something like that, they start using all attacks instead of just the one. So you want to focus one of them down, but that involves kind of ignoring another one. Also, they're decently fast. And they deal slash damage. What are you weak to? You're weak to slash.
무슨 일이야?
It's not
말씀을
weak to
받들어.
slash.
부르셨나요?
Okay, Rhodia should be the one that clashes with the one that doesn't hit us. That we're not full targeting, I mean. That's dominating, even though I know that's not how it works. The other issue is that they dodge a lot. But I want you all to know... Hey, Scorp, how are you doing? I want you all to know that there's a floor 3 boss version of this fight in the mirror dungeon that's one of the big ones and 3 of the small ones, I just hit win rate anyways, and usually I'd win without much trouble. So, like, y'all are freaking out about these things. They're not that dangerous.
교전 시작합니다.
I don't know what they're weak to, though. I will say that. Okay, that's fine. That's less fine. Ishmael, please. Why does this always happen with you?
확인 사살.
The most annoying part about them is that they just dodge everything. They are weak to blunt. Okay. Shik. The ferocious muncher. I mean, kinda. They are like that, actually. Okay, that one's actually easy to block. Rhodia should still be the one to block it, though. But I will actually use Ego against them because it's a good idea. Oh wait, no, I want a Snag Harpoon. It's better. That's neutral no matter what. Plus 400% damage. Okay. I mean, no matter what, this one's gonna be hard to block. I'll just reset that attack in a second, so that it's not targeting the wrong thing. Spicy damage? Not really. The same amount. Once they're enraged, you don't need to worry about them dodging, and it makes it kind of easier a lot of the time. I meant for that to clash, but whatever. Unfortunate. Don't do this. It's so annoying when that happens. Where you win the first clash, then lose 3 in a row, and you only get 1 hit off. I guess I just kind of forgot to clash with that guy. That's fine. We'll just kill the top one first. It's easier that way. Have a Snag Harpoon. I am here to help.
그 자식은 아직 살아있을 거야.
It's because Faust is weak to that damage type and that element. There, staggered. That one's done. Now I just gotta deal with this one. I could Snag Harpoon again. I mean, sure? Why not? She can deal with it. She's got plenty of sanity left after all. How do I want to kill this guy? He's got 70 health left. I have to hit him a few times then. Leave, and then do this against this guy since I'll have to do something about him later anyways. It is a cheap ego, isn't it?
그 자식은 아직 살아있을 거야.
Base ego doesn't cost sanity? Does it not? I thought some of it did. I know not all of it does, but she wasn't at max sanity, so that implies that she lost some at some point. I don't know where. Only Ledger costs 10. Okay, well, Ledger isn't base. Okay, well, if all the base things don't cost ego, then that makes them better, doesn't it? Okay, he's also enraged. Let me... Hold on, I can't use both of these, can I? I don't even want to use this one. This one's bad. We've discovered last time that Chains of Others weakens your own attack power, which is not preferable. But I guess I do need to win the clash, though. Now that I think about it. Use the ego against the 2 big ones, and I'll figure out something else for that. And I think it's gotta be this, right? Yeah, it's favored. I'll do it. No. 16! God. Chains is good for bosses.
모든 걸
It weakens your own attacks. The non-AoE base ego are cheap, while the 2 AoE ones are kind of caught. What's the other AoE one, actually? I know one of them is Faust, but I don't know what the other one is.
수많은 것들이 옥죄어 온다.
Chains is basically only good if you have more speed dice than your opponent, or if you have Brain Rot. Okay, fair enough. It still is a good shield. Hong Lu. That's why I've never used Hong Lu's ego, actually.
다음에는
Anyways, we
머리다.
won. That wasn't hard at all. Win rate.
머리통을 박살내주마.
See, I don't know why people freak out about these enemies. They're really not that big of a deal.
죽음으로 참여하라.
If you get really unlucky with evades, I guess it can be annoying. But that was very easy. Project Moon fans can't read? Yeah, that's fair. You have L Corp Faust. So? They're not weak to slash. They're weak to blunt. Lumer Assault's supposed to be a support tank. What if his attack goes down? Well, the thing is, if you lose all of your clashes, you're not dealing any damage, are you? And he just ends up dying anyways. Because you're primed in mirrors? No! Because when I fought them in mirrors, I just hit win rate. At the start of the turn, allies with lust skills have the following. If the unit took no damage from attacks last turn, apply 2 haste and defense power up. If the unit took damage from attacks last turn, apply 2 bind and attack power up. Okay, that's not horrible. Alright, well, there's a thing up above. Ooh, this is a large room. Hill of Corpses. Hold on. Let's not go that far yet. People just have skill issue. I agree with Joel. Why can't I go here? Oh, because there's no line going to it. Alright. We reach the next floor. All around us were torture devices, bits of flesh, gore, and dying townsfolk succumbing into pain. The least bearable of all of it is the periodic whistling. No, dude. This is why I leveled up Greg.
흙으로 돌아가지 못하리라.
I don't have the third thing yet, so... My wisdom tooth appointment. No? You probably should, though. Honestly. Have I read the description of these? I think I did. In the dungeon. Yeah, you get them. Minus 100% damage. Great. I'm way more worried about the red thing, so even though the other one does more damage overall. The red ones are harder to win clashes against usually. Just because they have a lot of attacks. One? Okay, fair enough. That didn't stagger it. I guess so you
대단히
resist.
휘청거리는
Bob. The doctor's appointment about your massive balls.
다음을 부탁해요.
I don't know why this joke started, but it's gonna keep going apparently.
지금은 두렵지 않아요.
Yeah, dismember.
죽음으로 참여하라.
Already dreading wisdom teeth due to my mangled teeth. It wasn't that bad, honestly. They give you pain pills afterwards, and I only have to use one of them. They're really not that bad. Alright, we reached a closed prayer room. What's this odor? The sinners frowned at the olfactory assault. Following their eyes, you find an Inquisitor collapsed on the floor. Definitely dead. The smell must be coming from the rotting corpse. While everyone was hesitant to approach, you see something sparkle. There seems to be something amidst the writhing manes. What will you do? On a gluttony check, pass to gain an ego gift, fail to lose HP and SP. Sure. Wow, okay. A sinner easily enticed by trinkets and baubles would probably be willing to dig through this morbid mess to take the item. On the other hand, someone uninterested in such things will not be happy to do this order. Okay. Threshold of 14? Good lord. This is literally a 50-50. So is this. Since our sanity is all at 0. was that? That is not something I'm gonna select. She tells you that your estimation of difficulty is wrong, and I tell you that your character choices are wrong. Every single one of them that's a normal rate is literally 50-50. Well, I don't really care if Otis dies, so I guess she'll do it. Yep. Otis rifled and dug through the mains, but ultimately found nothing. The more the corpse was ransacked, the more Otis retched. This won't be worth pursuing further. Telling Otis that they did their best, we left the room. We lost something and gained nothing. 10 sanity. All allies took 5 damage. That's
모든 지위가
nothing.
완벽할 순 없습니다.
It's not worth worrying about. Bridge of supportation. Suppuration. I honestly don't know what that word means.
최선을 다해 임하겠습니다.
Everything is a 50-50. No, I wouldn't pick Gregor. It's just a 50-50 no matter who, and I'd rather somebody I'm not using in battle loses sanity. You know? Play the game to win, not to be funny.
지금은 두렵지 않아요.
Oh, you know what that probably means? LF Ego is gonna cost 50 sanity to use. Doesn't hurt. If it doesn't hurt, then you might just not need to get them removed, is what I was told. If they don't bother you and they're not messing up your teeth, then you can just keep them a lot of the time.
참여하게 되리라.
두렵진 않네요.
Sanity costs us whatever, you are almost always at max anyways. Yeah, that's true,
참
actually.
착해요.
They really don't matter. I hope they don't pull a library and make it so that stuff can level up higher at some point as well. That would be very frustrating.
처리했습니다.
Think of all the sin resources you are gonna need to D. Orthodox said that I should get them removed based off x-rays from 9 months ago. Get another set of x-rays. Room of echoing screams. Sounds fun. You hear snappy mechanical noises through the closed door. Sounds like a cry for help. As you focus your attention, you begin to hear footsteps. Steel. Those are clangs of steel. Sinclair froze. It looks like an Inquisitor is coming for them. What will you do? Sinclair heals SP, begin a combat encounter, win to gain an eco gift, or Sinclair loses SP. Yeah, I'll do the combat. I knew I could count on you. Sinclair jumped in as soon as you told him what to do. As you expected, a number of prosthetic people were bound by ropes. Get out of here, quickly. As soon as he untied them, they hurriedly ran out of the room. The heretics. We were a little late to leave, the Inquisitors shouted as they entered the room. It seems conflict is unavoidable. Oh, it's a sign. I need to win anyways, yeah.
이단에게
If you don't
철의
need them
단죄를.
removed, don't remove them because it can mess your nerves up if you do. Also, it's just a lot of money. Appreciate you doing the stream on Saturday since I will finally be back to the working force on Monday. Well, I was going to do it as soon as I could anyways. Okay, so the bottom one is easier to kill right now. That 313 is a pain. Bone Blast. Can I... That's neutral. Do I have a favored anywhere against that? Dominating. That works. Alright, everybody else is hitting the other one.
머리통을 박살내주마.
Faust! God. Why? Dominating Clash, by the way. Of course, that one wins. Thanks, Sinclair. You can always be counted on, honestly. I want to hit him with something very bad first. like this. I mean, this is always the best thing for me to hit these guys with because it's my weakest attack right now. I want to kill the bottom one still. So that is what I am going to do. Maybe I have to use shove against him, but it's fine.
지금은 두렵지 않아요.
Roll tails, lose clash, get fucked. Live by the gamba, die by the gamba. No, the reducing stagger Alright. The reducing stagger threshold stats on moves is basically pointless on every character that has it
다음에는 머리다.
in normal combat. As in, not trying to solo things that aren't intended to be soloed. Okay, I need to find a way to deal enough damage to that guy, but I have a feeling I'm just not going to be able to, judging by how much health he has left. Especially if my options are shove and... okay. But I'll hit him as hard as I can.
정화.
He'll probably live. It's like... Mirrorsalt's first attack is basically useless. In all situations. And anybody who says otherwise is just wrong.
모든 걸 거둬들일 순 없었어.
Stab. That's not gonna kill. I wasn't intended to, I was just clashing with him.
자.
Almost got him. Okay. He's just countering, I can ignore him. Faust does not have her good attack to clash with that right now. And I really don't think I'm going to be able to stagger him either is the problem. If I just shove and then... No, wait, I can't. I'll speed him with you. It has to be Rhodia or Faust. Or Mirrorsault. Actually, you know what? That's fine. Everybody else can just hit the bottom one. Because it's going to die, most likely, anyways. Where are you weak to? Nothing. Okay, well, that's fine, I guess. Here, we'll do it this way. And then if that doesn't kill, I guess Faust's just gonna die. I mean... Alright, it did kill. Good. Both Mirrorsalt's 3-star IDs are mid. If you think W Corp Mirrorsalt's ID is mid, then you really have no idea what mid is, because that thing is just bad. The only good, like, look at dice to check damage. Piff, I was looking at his resistances, not his damage. Just god-awful. W-Mirror is abysmally bad and conceptually dead on arrival. It needs a buff, but I don't know how to buff it without breaking Heathcliff, so... Wait, that one last.
정화.
N-Corp Mirror has identity problems because his tank stuff is irrelevant. No, N-Corp Mirror is fine. He's not really, like, good, necessarily, but he's alright. He tanks a lot of hits. That's all he's really meant to do. Willing to admit that I may be spreading misinformation over the internet and overrating my man's abilities. If you like W-Corp Mirrorsault, absolutely go ahead and use him. Nobody's gonna judge you.
다음을 부탁해요.
W-Corp Dawn is insanely strong, yeah.
정화.
I keep calling that attack cleave. That is not what it's called.
죽음으로 참여하라.
Arcorp Ishmael, my beloved. Arcorp Ishmael's pretty good, apparently, so. Sinclair's determination to stand up to Cromer after 3 strokes have been drawn. Well, I've drawn 3, which means I don't need any more signs. at this point. The passage was red hot. Yeesh, that melt my shoes. The sinners carefully approached the road only to retreat from the overwhelming heat. Something was written on the sign in front of the passage. Prove your humanity, and through weakness and suppuration, sear a path with mobilization. It took no time at all to figure out what that meant. What will you do? That I would have gotten that if I would have successfully gotten the thing from the dead guy. 50% chance for a 3-wave encounter. Run a wrath check, pass to gain ego gifts, but otherwise 3-wave encounter. Rhodia's sanity is not great right now, but I don't remember if she's the wrath person or Mersalt is. Shit, okay. We had a sinner scout the perimeter, and it looks like this is the path of least resistance. Someone with a burning will might be able to bear this pain. Okay, that is a 50-50. No, it's actually like a 45-55 because of the sanity. That's slightly better than a 50-50. I don't know how much... Oh wait, I don't take damage, it's just an encounter. Right. You literally can't win. That's not a... This is probably the best odds right here. Or this, one of the two. It's like all the W Corp IDs besides Dawn you sort of have to build around. You can't build around them, they can't gain charge. Their gimmick is impossible to manage because they don't gain enough charge to utilize it. Yeah, I think Mersalt has the best odds here. Hopefully I'm not wrong. Nice. Mersalt ran across the heated road on bare feet. The others frowned at the rancid stench of burning flesh. Groaning with agony, Mersalt made it to the other side. An altar with a red seal and the lever rose before them. When Mersalt pulled the lever, the road quickly cooled. The rest of us were able to tread the path safely. Second identity took 20 HP damage. He has 200 health. He lost SP as well. Token of Innocence. What does that do? For the identity that undertook this rite, boosts the power of Wrath skills by 2. He does have a Wrath skill. And he's just gonna get healed. Okay. Mersalt's hot footsies. Yeah. He's got hot feet. This is where I need to go, right? Because that just makes sense. It goes down here. And the rest is to get marks, but I already have 3, so there's really no point in me prolonging this if I don't want to. That's where the Innocence one was. What, was that like a rare ego gift or something? Or people didn't know how to get it? You need 3 seal gifts for one event? I have 3. This is not a good start to this fight.
교전 시작합니다.
My clashes aren't gonna be good for the start of this. There'll be a heal at the start of the next floor, though, so... Slayish. Yeah, don't tell me what things are gonna be, like, required at any point.
교전 시작합니다. 두렵진 않네요.
침묵하라.
죽음으로 참여하라.
Hammer. Dang. Sinclair's gonna take 6? Wait a minute. He resisted, though. It's because he's weak to the other type of damage.
표적 완전 무력화.
I'm never gonna get used to having to track 10 different vulnerabilities and resistances in this game. Like, oh, there's stuff elsewhere as well? Huh. Okay, well, this is probably not gonna be that bad, if I had to guess. I have no idea what enemy it's gonna show up, but... Least useful combat tip in existence. Oh, just 4 of these guys. Okay. That's only moderately annoying, because they have 4 attack power plus right now. This might actually be rough. The 2 in front have better stats than the 2 in the back. That's because they're everything there of an Inquisitor and not Proceeding Inquisitors. They're just gonna roll high, and that is the issue. I can ignore that. Oh, it does sanity damage. Maybe I can't ignore that. But the adjust shells are going to be the ones that are going to be the most frustrating to deal with in clashes. This does one of them. That's hopeful. Wow, why is that hopeless? What? I think that's my best bet for that one. Okay. Faust. That's not good odds. But, like, what am I gonna do? Drop this. It's unopposed, because he's not fast enough to clash with it. This, then, would be my best odds for that. And I need somebody to clash with this one, though. Which I guess Sinclair can. Hopeless? Why? Fine. It's not a good choice, but I have to do something. And that something is ignoring this guy. Dang it. I don't know what I was supposed to do against that attack. It was completely hopeless. It's because they have 4 attack power up, for whatever reason. Alright. Cool.
침묵하라.
Cannot believe that almost lost. Whatever, dude. They just fully heal after every clash, too. 6 attack power up? Why? What? He's supposed to be aggressive. You didn't damage him? I don't know if you can read what this thing says. But, it says something. What are we attacking Faust? Of course, the guy that I literally can't beat in a clash is attacking Faust. I can't beat this. And I need to beat this to stop him from gaining instincts. So, like, I don't know what it expects me to do here. I literally have to use ego to get past it. There's no other way for me to deal with this attack. And this one, I just have no hope. Like, Sinclair obviously can't beat it. He's not going to be able to beat this one either. I mean, that's unopposed, I guess, but... This fight sucks balls, dude.
머리통을 박살내주마.
Like, these guys were not annoying in the dungeons because there were only ever 2 of them. You want to know? No,
모든
I
걸
don't.
거둬들일 순 없었어.
I just don't have enough actions, right? I mean, I guess a multi-target AoE attack. Oh, I forgot to give him that, didn't I? Well, I guess Faust is just gonna die. I legitimately have no idea what I'm supposed to do against this. Because they have more actions than I do, too. He still has 5. Like, seriously, how do I deal with that? Without ego. Like, the only thing I can do is use ego against it. He's not doing anything, so I can ignore him. This one's gonna be the one that ends up dying first, probably. I could just bleed him to death if I brought my other team with. God. I can't redirect this. Like, 10 bleed? What the heck? Are you kidding me? I guess you're clashing with this one, because... No, she's just gonna die no matter what. Faust just dies. There's nothing I can do about it. So I just have to do an unopposed attack on one of them and try to deal as much damage as possible. Because otherwise, it literally doesn't matter. I don't know how I'm even supposed to deal with this. It wouldn't matter anyways, because he's not getting attacked by it. Whatever, there's nothing I can do about it anyways.
지금은 두렵지 않아요.
Okay. I don't think it's possible for me to win this at this point.
그 자식은 아직 살아 있을 거야.
That did 7 damage. Wonderful. I mean, he did good, if that's really not any consolation at all. There's nothing I can do to win this at this point. Because this guy just has so many stats that I can't get through him and also deal with the other ones. I don't even have Pursuance right now. Why does it heal and inflict so much bleed? Restart? Yeah, I'd love to restart the entire dungeon. That sounds like a great idea. Well, I don't know what else I'm supposed to do to prepare for that, honestly. The team doesn't exactly deal well with those enemies. I'm not even letting it go back. Good. Good. It doesn't even matter because it's not letting me go back now. Can I? No, you can't upgrade these while mid-dungeon. Who was the other one? It's not Hong Lu because he's only level 14. But I guess that's better than nothing, right?
최선을 다해 임하겠습니다.
Clever, you can see my characters at the bottom of the screen. You know that they're still alive. Like, if they didn't start with 4 attack power up, this wouldn't be that big of a deal. Do I just have to ignore Adjust Shell, maybe? Because that's, like, the only way I can see to get past these guys is just ignore that attack. And instead focus on inflicting bleed to them, because I can't stop it anyways. And they lose 1 instinct when you hit them, right? There's not really anything I can do about them healing, so... I mean, that could potentially win, I guess.
재미는 없겠지만 그렇게 할게요. 하!
I didn't even inflict any bleed. I don't know why I did that. See, this is where Project Moon's game design really shows where it struggles. At all of its RNG. Like... Okay, well, I don't know what I'm meant to do about the other ones now, is the other issue. Because, yeah, I can hit them, because I've got their strengths low enough, but now the other ones are at 3 instinct, so, you know, that's fun. Plus, every single one of their attacks is a thing that heals anyways. I mean, I guess they're not using very strong attacks right now, but you get my point. Are you weak to slash?
왔나요, 단테님?
No. Okay. And you're hitting this guy. I think I'm just gonna full target this one at this point. Like, I need to kill them, but I just do not know how I'm going to do that. Did I do anything about this? I did not.
거치적거리지만 마.
Also, everything they do deals SP damage too, which doesn't help. It's not a big deal, but it certainly doesn't help. Okay. This is going a lot better. I really need to hit them at least one time. Just so they're not gaining instinct. I can ignore Eerie Eyes, just a sanity damage. I'm not using Ego right now anyways. Adjust Shell! It says favored, but I know it's lying to me. This is actually favored. I guess it's better than hack, isn't it? I'm still gonna try to kill the top one first since he's closer to being dead.
재미는 없겠지만 그렇게 할게요.
I forgot, isn't Ryoshu weak to Pierce? Good. I kind of forgot about that fact. Yep. Alright, well, it was a nice run while it lasted, I guess. The top one should hopefully be staggered. Why am I rolling 50? I guess he does have attack power up. Staggered one, I don't know how I'm going to be able to kill it in a reasonable amount of time, though. Imperfect Eruption, I can just cleave it. I can Leisure Domain, hold on. Greg has a ton of SP right now, and I could use the heal at the moment. So, we Leisure Domain the thing that's the most dangerous at the moment, which is this. I'm going to cleave this guy again. Eerie Eyes is not a big deal. But I do need to not hit him with a very powerful attack because of the thing. So do that, and you just use your most powerful attack on the staggered guy, I guess. Honglu's sanity is not looking good.
이봐, 버틸 자신 있어?
Alright, that does look really weird. Oh, I forgot that that activates a counter. Oh well, he's fine. Oh, that's a lot of attacks. Can I do it again? No. Do fourth match flame? That doesn't seem like it's gonna help that much. They're all out of instinct, though. What is that? 4 and 2? That's not a lot of bleed damage. How many adjust shells? Just 2. Everything else is Eerie Eyes. That's okay, actually. I can't use Pursuance yet. I don't want him to go insane. That would not be a good result. Like, hold on, who's attacking him? Nobody. Good. I'll redirect an Eerie Eyes into him then. Because that's an on-hit thing that needs to go off. Actually, target the one that's still about to die. That's better. Lenticular Swirl. I can't redirect him. Can't redirect any of them, in fact. That sucks. Slash? You resist Slash, actually. I can ignore that. Probably. Hopefully. I really hope so. Yeah, I need to get rid of that top. As soon as one of them is gone, this is gonna go way better. Really hate that she can't redirect anything, though. Can't go after that guy, whatever. Oh. Can I really just not redirect shit, man? My speed this turn. Have any ego equipped? I don't have any ego for Honglu. So no. This is a one-sided attack anyways. I'm gonna try to kill this guy. You can redirect. But I need somebody to hit against this, even though it's definitely not gonna win that clash.
거치적거리지만 마.
You really did need some sanity back.
좀
I
더
don't
잘
actually
뵐수 있을
think
것
winning
같은데요?
clashes gives you sanity. I do not remember. I actually won that? That's unrealistic. Actually, I was not expecting that to win. I do need Greg not to get killed or staggered, though, in order to win this. That was close. Can he do it? He can. Leisure domain again. That guy has one, but he's using a counter. Who do I hit with this for best results? They're all just using Eerie Eyes. This is the best turn ever. I'll hit this guy because he won't be able to copy it. I do want to kill this. Okay, Honglu is back to maximum sanity. Just from winning a couple of clashes. That's very, very nice. That. Ryoshu, you don't really have your good attacks, but I can clean up against this to hopefully finish him off. Go with that there, and then we'll start taking out this guy next. Hold on, use Cleave, because otherwise you're going to take a ton of damage from this.
명령대로.
This fight is really rough compared to literally everything else in the game so far. There has not been a difficult fight in this game aside from this one, really.
이봐, 버틸 자신 있어?
There, that one's dead. Okay. Neither of them have any instincts, so I might just full target this guy, honestly. I'm gonna Pursuance for some health back. It'll also clash with that. And then everybody's gonna target this guy. Actually use Hack.
거치적거리지만 마.
Good. Okay, this fight is just annoying.
내가 기도할 것이니 너는 반드시 부서진다.
I don't know. That one's iffy on the difficulty level, I'd say. Okay, they both have one. That's not a big deal. Okay, maybe it is, if that's what they're gonna use. Here, I'll just leisure domain him again, because I can. That works. Let's see. You are cleansed of sin, cleave, devoted hammering, and focus strike.
재미는 없겠지만 그렇게 할게요.
It is probably the hardest fight of the moment. Everything else requires
Yeah.
less thought. Yeah, that fight
definition is
requires an insane amount of paying attention, like strategizing stuff. Because I don't know how you're meant to do that without like identities and stuff all leveled up. Everything up to this point you probably could get through, because with the whistle fights you can just not bring Sinclair and be fine. But okay, you do that. I'm gonna kill this guy. Theoretically, this is just easy, but that requires reading their passives. And also, if you haven't fought them, you can't see their passives, so that doesn't even work.
무가치한 저항일 뿐이다.
You recommend a game like Dungeon Siege, Neverwinter Nights, Legend of Grimrock? I am game starved. Have you played Dungeon Siege? Wow, these are both bad options against this. Whatever, we've basically won at this point. Dark blue. Actually, it'll do more damage. I have played Dungeon Siege 1 and 2, as far as I know. There is no third one. That is correct. That's the correct answer. Have you played the expansion pack to 1? Kind of surprised that Ryoshu is doing so well, even at level 15. Honglu is level 14. So...
재미는 없겠지만 그렇게 할게요.
That took me like half an hour. I don't like that fight. It's like, it would be okay if it actually told you... That didn't even take me down a floor. Okay. It would be okay if it told you that not hitting them gave them instinct, but every single attack they hit you with fully heals them, basically, so... Ari, it's a different campaign. You start... It's a completely different story. You don't have to replay the original. The Steam version, there is a guide on the Steam thing that shows you where to get it and how to put it in. The Steam version is busted, and always will be. An inscription above the glass closed gate reads, "Prove your terror and fears fill this vessel with tears." Looking around, you find the supposed vessel next to an unpleasant-looking chair. What will you do? Run a gloom check, selected identity, lose sanity, pass to gain any good gift. Sure. Ugh, I don't like those odds. It appears that sitting in the chair is how you begin the rite. What kind of rite it may be is unclear, but is the only way to open the gate. That's like 1 heads, I think, to pass that. That's heads anyways, okay, whatever. I needed 2. Okay. Faust sat on the chair. Dreadful screams filled the room. A constant stream of tears ran down Faust's face. Soon enough, the bowl was full of tears. When it was placed on the altar at the door, the altar slid down, opening things up. Gasp, huff, hic. Faust's eyes were shaking. It's probably best not to ask what they saw. There's a sigil beyond the door. Taking the blue sigil, we left the room. Token of tears.
준비되었다면 쉽죠.
For the identity that undertook the rite, boosts the power of gloom skills. Okay, that's not bad. I have to do a fight now. But it's just a normal fight, so it should be okay, right?
준비는 끝났습니다. 명령 대기.
Faust wouldn't give a shit. Wrong. Levels are largely irrelevant. The only reason I leveled things up was because that K-Corp fight was really annoying. So I wanted more health. Dominating. Everything's dominating. Pogs.
교전 시작합니다.
I'm adding the no backseating
확인
tag.
사살.
자, 다음에는 머리다.
Like, I mean, I get it. The fight was hard. I figured it out, though, didn't I?
교전
Hey.
시작합니다.
Hey, don't sit on the
표적
board,
확인.
dog. Get up.
표적 완전 무력화. 표적 인간이
Good, unleash me. From now on, feel free to time people out for it. I really just don't want to deal with it. It's a Saturday stream, so in an hour I have to take care of the dogs. I don't mind backseating, but a lot of people have been backseating today, and I'm getting tired of it. Is all. But overall, it doesn't bother me a lot most of the time. You find a row of glass containers in a corner of the main area. As inside them are dried organs and pieces of life showing active movement. Of tragic display. The containers can be opened easily. You could take one of the pieces if you want to. What will you do? Yuga gift that provides healing at low health. In Yuga gift that provides power-ups at low health. In Yuga gift that provides benefits after winning a clash. Why would I ever pick the first two? The slithering tongue attracts your eyes. When you open the container and grab it, it flaps in your palm. It's a Saturday. You feel as though the tongue is mocking you, so you try to pick another one, but the other containers won't open. It seems that you can take only one. You have to take your leave with the item you choose. Deal 10% damage in a one clash. Yeah, I would never pick the other ones. Low health activation skills are useless in this game, because if you're at low health, you're already doing something wrong. Hideously transformed N-Corp Inquisitors stood guard at the gate. You move to attack, but they don't appear to be hostile in any capacity. Only exceptional ones are allowed in this place. To pass, you will prove yourself worthy. You aren't exactly sure what they mean by proving yourself. What should you do? Oh, okay, well... To begin a difficult combat encounter. Gain a sign, begin a difficult combat encounter. Run a lust check. There's a very high. There doesn't seem to be any other way. Conversation is our only option. Who's the best speaker? The answer is not Ryoshu, but she has a guaranteed win, so... Ryoshu approached the Inquisitor. You, well-spoken one. Your words, they were persuasive. After a while of parlance, the Inquisitor opened the gate for us. I would never throw Dawn. That is a terrible idea. She was at max SP, but okay. That was not... Oh, I know what this fight is already. I will gladly take the heal. I wish the heal didn't set your sanity back to 0, though. It seems like it wouldn't do that. Path to the Hallowed Ground. This is going to be a boss fight, and I know what it's a boss fight against. It's the two-handed snake guy. We'll bring Greg, Mir... Rhodia, Faust, Sinclair.
이단에게 철의 단죄를.
A slithery little snake. Yeah, it is a slithery little snake. Yeah, this guy, the Slithering Inquisitor. He has a lot more health than in Mirror Dungeons. Passive's behavior depends on the kind of instinct. User aggressive skills at 4 instinct. He doesn't have power up from it, though. Start of the turn, if at less than 50% HP, it's inflict 3 poison when attacked. For this part is broken. If the other arm is not broken at the end of the following turn, this part regenerates with the same HP as it. Interesting. Story. You've got to be kidding. Why do I have to observe this thing and write a log about it? I hate this kind of stuff. Reptiles, bugs, and all that kind of critters. I can't stand them. Not you though, Greg, sweetie. Anyway, we still gotta fight this thing and all, so I did my share of looking. First off, there's a whole lot of snakes. It's got these huge serpents instead of arms, and ugh, they kept flicking their tongues. Are those the fingers? And that's not all. Smaller snakes were poking their heads out of the armor too. Isn't the whole suit filled with snakes? Yipes, I want to unsee that mental image. This can't be real. It's got to be some kind of joke. Can you believe it? That serpent for an arm grabbed me. I just can't cool down. That arm, I mean, the huge snake stretched all of a sudden and coiled around me. When the cold and slimy thing touched me, I didn't even care that I was about to die. I was so grossed out to even think that. I was gasping for breath, strangled by those things, and then, all the small snakes hanging from the body started rushing at me. All those bites and stings and tears. Ugh, what a mess that was. I don't want to remember when I died or when I got back, but I'm never getting that image out of my head for the rest of my life. Dante, darling, could you please let me stay behind next time we fight these? Well, I'm sure I don't need to remind you, Dante. You should be selective about approving requests from sinners. Are you underestimating our executive manager? If they ask that you reposition yourself, you will do so, front or back. Do you understand? Those snakes, they won't even die. I could have sworn I finished it, but it was still standing, flicking its tongue. Is it some kind of last stand or what? Like, don't you have to be alive to show endurance like that? How did dead things even stand their ground and fight to their last? Creep me out so much I can't even. Maybe they'd be tolerable if they weren't snakes. Okay, 311, 211, 3. Whoa, that's a lot of debuffs. Okay. So target that for... That's the most important thing to deal with at the moment. So it's getting this. See, it's weird, because the left arm only attacks once. Hack is a good idea here, actually. Because he can't redirect anyways, so just deal damage to that arm, and you are cleansed of sin. Hopefully that works.
참여하게 되리라.
Paralysis that does something when you are inflicted with it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the abnormality OST is really good. And it will always be really good, let's be honest. I didn't check what it was weak to, but it should be fine. Oh, I thought I clashed. Oh, wait, did it? What happened? I could have sworn I clashed with something with her. Oh, well. Okay. Coil up. Heal 20 HP, inflict +5 bleed. Count? What? Pardon? That is insane. Okay. Skill power -1 for each broken arm. Okay, well. Good to know. I don't know if I feel comfortable using that for that. I don't really know if I have anything better, though. Because I have this. That's guaranteed to beat it. So I'll do that. 211. 211's fine. Swinging arms. That is the most dangerous attack here, I'd say. Go for it. And then somebody's got to clash with this. I guess Greg can just do it since he's already targeting it anyway. I need you to not clash with that, actually. I'd prefer if she just didn't clash. They'll do a callback abnormality of the second trumpet from LobCorp. I mean, they kind of already have with the second abnormality thing, haven't they? It's weak to Pierce. Got it. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Please stop doing that. Jody, I have a lot more faith in you than you realize. You've got to do better. And Gregor is just way too good to not bring in these missions. I don't know why I wasn't using him. And he's gaining attacks every turn. That's the purpose of breaking the arms, obviously. But hopefully... Does anything here gain instinct? It doesn't. Interesting. Okay. Dude, Impending Day. Impending Day is pretty good. I don't know if I want to use it, though, necessarily. I need to use more, dark blues to get Faust's ego charged up. Yeah. Let's see. I want an attack that is likely to be beaten, of course. That one works. Annihilate Heretics. That will work against the thing that I absolutely need to beat. Ah, shit. You have to target this. That's fine, actually. Okay, last two. Rhodia is better off clashing with the other one. Wait a minute, what? Whatever. It works. Sinclair 25% HP trigger for extra damage might check part HP and not total HP. Checks target HP, so you're probably correct. I don't know. Go. Balls. Please don't do that again. Thanks. Thank you, Faust. You need to actually win clashes or I have no chance against this guy. Because he does have a phase 2, which I've already seen, for the record. Like, this guy shows up as the last boss of Mirror Dungeons sometimes. He's not as hard as he is here. He has a lot less HP. That's not good. Okay, well... I'm weak to it. I still didn't take that much damage. That was supposed to clash with something. What happened? Oh well. 62! It was just barely not enough to destroy that arm. Now he's just blocking? Right, because I have to destroy the arm this turn, basically. Or next turn. I'm gonna Ledger Domain. Any other defaults I can use? I can use yours. Who's gonna finish off this arm? It's only 15 HP and he doesn't have any protections. This should be... I'll do this. Like, he's gonna have a bunch of bonus HP, but I don't think it's gonna matter that much. What does this boss use instincts for? It just is a counter to determine his AI pattern. From the looks. Because now that he's down to 1, he's just defending. Because one of his arms is staggered. There. Arm destroyed. Now I have to destroy the next one next turn, or it'll come back. That's how I read it. I'm assuming that that's correct. That did 9 damage, but that's fine. I wasn't really doing it for damage. Close. Yeah, okay. Now we're in a good spot. 312, 312. The only default I have is his. I could, I guess. Nah. Whoever's most likely to win. I think Zealous Purge is the other one, actually. Ironically enough. Because all of my other attacks kind of suck at the moment. That was the wrong one to select. Oh well. Good. Good. Alright, we should be fine. Haven't Thread Ledger? It's at level 2. I don't have enough thread to get it to level 3 right now. There. Now for the fun part. And Greg got staggered by the poison. That's annoying, but it's not really that big of a deal. Now we just need to kill it before we die to poison. So now would be a good time to use that, I think. He has no resistances. I don't know why I'm bothering to check that. Can I use anything else? Oh, okay, well. Yeah, I want to... I don't know why some of them are getting boosts and some of them aren't. This is unopposed because Sinclair is too slow. Okay. Well, I guess that works. That's the best I can do with Greg being staggered. Like, the poison is annoying, but it's just a timer for the rest of the fight. Dang, that's unfortunate. Okay, whatever. Gus can die, who cares? He only has 120 left. I think we'll be fine even if a couple people get staggered this turn, because he doesn't have a lot. Go sleep, Joel. Come on. Sure, she's getting staggered next turn because too much damage from poison. Sinclair won't, because he has all of his health still. Dang, really? Now is a good time to just, like, press buttons and hope you kill at this point. He has 17 bleed. We've already won. Like, he's very dead, in fact. There. Can this boss die to its own poison? No, it can't. It doesn't get poison.